How to achieve big goals through bite-sized habits. I often get asked, how do you achieve the things that you've been able to do? And I try to tell people success, it really can be inevitable. However, it does require a specific approach, an approach that we don't get taught at school. And a lot of people, they either lack the discipline required to make it work, the clarity of what it is they're trying to do, or the knowledge of exactly how to do something. In this video, I want to share with you the strategy where you can achieve anything from, getting in the shape that you want, to publishing that book, to making that sales number that you want, to launching that business. Keep listening and I will show you exactly how to get there. Here's what goal achievement is. It is a cause and effect relationship. When you figure out what the end result, what the effect that you want is, then you break it down into the critical drivers, the causes that will drive that effect. That's all it is. And when we don't know that, we often don't know how to goal set, and so we set something that we're excited about and we want to get done, and then the gap between where we are now and where we want to be feels so big. And then life gets in the way and we're not even really sure what we're supposed to be doing. There's no clarity there. Like, what are the concrete things? I have this maybe health goal, but what does this look like for what I cook for dinner tonight? So there's no clarity on taking that big goal and making it concrete into knowing that we're on track every single day. And maybe we try to do a work sprint or a fad diet to help get there. And sometimes this is good for that first friction or momentum or capturing an idea, but sporadic action can be risky, and I'll tell you why. And there's a really great example, a little extreme, but the story of the 20-mile march. Two groups of explorers going the exact same distance to the South Pole, and it was about the distance between New York and Chicago. So they were going the same distance, same weather conditions, same amount of people, but they had entirely different strategies. See, one group one, said, okay, when the weather is good, we're gonna walk as far as we can. So maybe they do like 30, 40, 50 miles in a day. And when the weather is bad and it's storming, we're gonna hunker down and we're gonna save our energy. Group two, they had the opposite approach. So they said, okay, no matter what happens, we're walking 20 miles every single day. Rain or shine, stormy or sunny, that is what's happening. So every day, no matter what, 20 miles. Now, the story is called the 20-mile march, so I'm sure you can guess what happened. Group two, the 20-mile march group, they ended up getting to the South Pole and back, and group one, the sporadic group, they ended up dying on the journey. So that is just an example of consistency winning, and when you're consistent and know your daily metric, you can win. Which is why setting your habits and setting the things you're doing every week, every month, every day will help you get to that big goal. Now, what are habits? So these are things that you could do consistently and on autopilot, and they determine who you are. So if you exercise daily and you eat well, you're gonna be healthy. Now, why does this make success inevitable? It's because it's bite-sized, it feels achievable, you're expanding your comfort zone gradually, you're not putting something too easy but makes you stretch every single day, makes a big goal manageable, and it's the compound interest of this daily action that will get you to your big goal. So this is gonna take, turn words that you write into books, calls that you make into sales, reading business books into intelligence. All of these things are compound interest on whatever goal it is that you're trying to reach. So what habits or actions are going to drive to the goal that you want? How do you choose what they are? And like I said before, goal setting and goal achievement, which is what we're focused on, is a cause and effect relationship. So the effect is the end result. If you see someone running a marathon, it's because they trained, it's because they ate right, it's because they got ready for it. They didn't wake up one day and decide, okay, I'm gonna run a marathon. So they did small, consistent actions, the causes that drove the effect of running a marathon. How to stick with those habits or new things that you're adding to your life? Firstly, you want to plan them, you want to put them into your calendar or into your planner and make sure that you're putting time for them. They're not just going to magically get done just because you say, okay, this is going to happen. So plan them into your calendar. And if you're adding new habits that you don't usually do, maybe you can stack them with something that you're already doing. And we have a habit stacking document that you can download below, but We talk about habit stacking because it's an easy way to add new habits. So for example, if you already have coffee in the morning, maybe you want to add a reading habit and you do it when you're drinking your coffee. Or maybe you want to exercise in the morning and you do it after you brush your teeth, but before you have your coffee. So stacking habits, new things you want to put into your life in between what you're already doing to make it easy, because you already have these keystone habits that you're just adding these to. Next, you want to track your habits. So whether it's in your planner or an app or on a wall piece of paper, track what you're doing so that you know that you're on track to your goals. Like I said, it's about being consistent, and if you know, okay, I check this off every single day, I'm on track to where I want to go. And this might not happen and you might not see a difference day by day, but over time you will see a huge difference. And lastly, this sounds silly, but let's focus on being wrong less and removing small but bad decisions. Now, what does this mean? It means add friction or remove things that might get in the way of you doing your habit. You want to see bad decisions or things that could get you off track and figure out a way to circumvent them before it happens. And that is how you take a big goal, you break it down into keystone and small things that can be done daily, weekly, and monthly that are going to get you to your goal. You want to make sure you track it so that you know when you're off track so that you can get back on without it affecting the long-term goal. If you want some ideas of big goals and what might be used for, habits or daily, weekly, monthly systems to be able to get there, you can get a link under this video where we've shared some examples of customers that have used some of our products to do that. And again, you don't have to use anything, you just have to figure out what you want, what the effect that you want is, which is the big goal, and then what are the causes that are going to help you get there.